And in fact, there is a government shutdown looming. Does that affect taxpayers?
Well, you'd think that if the government shuts down, we won't have to pay our taxes anymore. But the news is not that good. The IRS announced today that if there is a government shutdown, none of the IRS employees will go home. They will continue to work. So all the return processing functions are going to keep going on. All the tax return or tax refund processes will continue to operate. The IRS is not going away. So unfortunately, you can't fail to file your tax return just because there's a government shutdown.
The government's getting shut down, but the IRS doesn't count as government, I guess.
Counts as government, but let's face facts here. The IRS, if you're going to think of a single essential function of government the way we're set up today, the IRS has got to be at the top of the list. They collect the revenue, all right? If we don't have the IRS collecting revenue, federal government's got no revenue. So, that is an obvious problem. So they're not shutting down. They're going to continue to work.
I guess in a sense, the IRS doesn't need the federal government to fund them. They can just go and get the funding themselves. So,
well, they got the tools to collect the tax. There's no question about that.
So how does that affect you as a tax pro, or does it just not?
Well, it continue. We continue to function, government shutdown or not. The last couple times the government shut down, there were different elements of the IRS that did shut down. Revenue officers, for example, stopped operating. Most of the audits shut down, and a lot of the tax court operations shut down. So we were on hold for there was roughly 45 days or so the last shutdown occurred, and so the IRS was out of business during that period of time. But again, they made it perfectly clear that this time they're not going home. They're going to continue to